Hey, what's up everyone? Virgil here with Northbound Expeditions, and today we got a Halloween special for you. As you might know, we have mentioned the Dungarvon Hooper a few times now in our travels, and this time I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to find the site where he was killed, the site where he's buried, and maybe even the remnants or the location of the old lumber camp. So I did some research online and was able to find something from the New Brunswick ghost stories. There's no actual real location given anywhere online, so what I found was this description here from a resident by the name of Roy McRae, who lives in Blackville. He was 71 years old at the time when he gave this statement, and he said he hasn't been back to the what he called Hooper Springs for almost 5 years at the time that this interview was conducted. Quote, "It's an old mud road back of the Dungarvon for 10 miles or so, and then you have to turn off to an old woods road. Then you go so far and you have to walk the rest of the way. The first spring you come to is what they called Dead Boy Spring. Some people think you're there, but you're not. You have to walk a piece further, maybe half a mile, through kind of a woods trail. There at the site, you're at Hooper Springs, they call it, an old logging campsite. There was a kind of a cleared place and still is. Nothing ever grew there much. And there's a stand with a plaque with the Dungarvon Hooper song that Michael Whelan wrote back years ago, under glass for anyone to read." Now Michael Whelan published this song for the first time in 1912 in the newspaper. It's fairly long. I'm not going to get into it, but I will leave a link in the description below to where you can find this information. And the story was taken seriously enough by the turn of the century that Reverend Edward Murdoch, a Roman Catholic priest from Renews, which is a town just next to Blackville, came up to Dungarvon to perform an exorcism on the site. So according to Dr. Manny, it is said that after this, the evil spirit, which was responsible for the horrible sounds, was heard no more. But people say they still hear the Hooper, and they fear to visit the grave by Hooper Springs. End quote. And that's the grave that we're setting out to find and confirm or see for ourselves if the woods are truly haunted. That's the monument in Blackville. So I found some coordinates on Wikipedia where it says the Hooper Springs Conservation Area is located at 46 degrees, 43 minutes north, and 66 degrees, 2 minutes west. So I plotted that in my GPS, and what I found was this grid right here, Dead Boy Spring. And then, according to the description from Blackville, as he said, it's approximately 10 mile or so, that I'm guessing is this road here, the Dungarvon Road. So you follow the 10-mile road to here, and I already dropped a pin there, down to, it says, then turn off an old woods road. Then you go as far as you can, which might be at this time maybe just down to here. Then you have to walk the rest. The first spring you come across is Dead Boy Spring. Now, it's a little bit hard to tell, but the satellite image below does show that there's a clearing here, and it looks like there's a trail that branches off and goes up to here, which takes you right to that coordinate. So those coordinates is right in this area.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the catch me howling at the moon.
Good morning. It's October 26th, and I'm en route to meet up with my buddy, and we're gonna go out to, we're gonna return to the Dungarvon.
Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun
can't see.
Yeah. Well, we crossed this last year. It's pretty dark, yeah. Well, got a bit of cleanup to do here. People, just because it's around a fire doesn't mean you clean up after yourself. Bud Light. Like seriously, like it doesn't change. Bud Light. Just cleaned up over there on that side, the campsite. The beers that were in the fire. Just to turn around and see this. What the fuck, people? If you're watching and you did this, fuck you. Holy shit, that was deep. Yeah, that was pretty deep. Right up to here, I see the line. That was a pretty deep crossing. My paint loves this. It's crazy. Very. Although these are fucking thick, like maybe we'll just, I don't know if I should spend some time to clear them or not. At this point it's kind of no point anymore. Holy crap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jeep. Sorry, Gecko. I'm really abusing you. Okay, this is just too thick. I'm gonna have to cut some. I'm gonna have to cut some here. These are just almost trees. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice day. Don't jump. You the groundskeeper here? Or?
Yeah.
Now we're it's the first time here in Blackville, but we're looking for just doing like a bit of a story on the Dungarvon Hooper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you know anything about him?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So what? Do you know what the official version of the story? Do you mind if I film you?
Huh?
Do you mind if I film you?
No, I don't care.
Do you know what the official version is of the story?
Well, he was a cook from. I think they said he was from Prince Edward Island originally, and he was supposed to have a money belt on him. He was up Dungarvon here. I mean, them times the country wasn't opened up with horse and wagon or horse and sleds back then. And he was at a lumber camp, and the story goes that when the men was out working, the boss done him in.
Yeah.
Took his money belt. Then there come a big snowstorm, and they started to bring him out. And they didn't. They buried him up there. They always called it the Hooper Spring. I've been there at this big spring.
Yeah, that's where we're looking to go. Is the Hooper Springs? Is it accessible?
Right?
Do you know if it's accessible?
Well, it was, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, he. Well, then they used to hear these awful screeches and hoops and stuff and whatnot, and so this went on. I mean, I heard my grandparents talk about it and stuff, but there was a priest, I can't tell you his name, from Renews,
From our news, it came down, yeah.
and went up by boat
Mhm.
and prayed over the gravesite. And they said, there's a song about it and everything.
Yeah.
And they're all yelling and hooping and screeching ceased from that time forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a thing.
Yeah. So we're here to go check out the Hooper Springs,
Yeah.
or what they call Dead Boy Spring.
Yeah.
And hoping to find it, because it says like there is the song that you mentioned is there in a glass box or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Just Fredericton.
Oh, Fredericton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had it when the railroad used to run here. They had an express on there. They called it the Hooper Express.
Hooper Express, yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah.
And,
But anyway, that's the way life was back then.
and is there a monument about him, like a wooden carving? Is that here in
Yeah, it's
Brookville, or-
down here at the park.
Okay,
There's
that's
a
what I thought,
barrel
yeah.
there.
Yeah, in the barrel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it'd be here, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very nice cemetery.
Well, I've been here looking after for 43, 44 years.
Oh wow. It's very nice. So that's Dungarvon Road here, the green.
Yeah.
So following that.
Yeah.
And I have a mark. Is this a turn off here?
It could be, because before you get to Dungarvon River,
This the river here.
yeah, before you get to that, you make a left, and
Okay.
it'll be probably where you swing off to go on back Dungarvon Road. It's probably, I'm saying a mile. You go down quite a steep hill.
Okay.
Come to the bridge, eh?
Is there anything that indicates? Is maybe at this turn here? Like, is this a footpath here?
Yeah.
This turn, is that where the springs is by chance?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be good. That's what I thought where it was.
Yeah.
And it'd be good to have that confirmed before we go spend all our time trying to find it.
Yeah.
How about the logging camp? Is there any sign of that left?
No.
No. Eh? Okay. Do you know the location of it?
Not really.
No,
No.
okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I heard my father saying years ago, he lived to be 85, and his grandfather was a lumberman, worked in that country,
Okay.
and his father also worked in there. But he said that he had an uncle, and he was married to a woman from down at Quarryville, Renews. She was quite the lady. They had a big family. But anyway, every once in a while she'd say she was sick, and some would have to start and go in there to get her husband.
Okay.
So I remember him telling me at one time he left here with a horse and single sled, portage sled, and he went to the first camp, and then they had to go, I forget how much farther. Like there was two outfits up in there, maybe a couple of miles apart, you know. But anyway, he went up and went to the first camp. That's where he left his horse, and then he had to walk on in to be his uncle. Yeah, and I heard him tell. He said he drunk out a dead boy's spring at 12 o'clock at night. To go water.
I think it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I heard him say another time he went in there, and see years ago, like when the railroad run here, a lot of people traveled the railroad, walked or
Yeah.
horse and sled, or not with wagons, mostly in the wintertime, because they knew the run of the trains, and the roads weren't plowed real good, so the railroad was. Huh? But anyway, I heard him saying going in there. This was another time, I think, and he went to the first camp, and then going on to the next camp. There wasn't much of a trail, so he went out and went on the ice, the Dungarvon River ice, and went up because he wasn't sure. And they said, keep watching on the left, and you should see a lamplight or something, in the window, because he was on the ice.
That's it. Sure is an old woods road. This should do for here. Yeah.
30 years ago.
Oh, at least this, this way there's not a lot of traffic down here. Maybe Ryan keeps them away.
Came here to go through that eye.
Yeah. I'm going to record the track on Gaia as we're going to walk into Dead Boy Spring. Okay, let's go see this dead boy. I'm gonna follow you. Oh yeah. This is Dead Boy Spring, right here. Too bad that tree fell down. So as per the description, this is Dead Boy Spring, but that's not the actual location of his grave site. As per the description, it says to keep going a little bit further, and then that's the actual site. So we'll keep going. There's a lot of trees down here. None of this looks like a path at this point. A mile further. And further, I'm guessing leads towards the river. following the spring maybe. We're in the spring right now. The trail disappears right after Dead Boy Spring, with no obvious sign of where it went. I'm just gonna do a bit of a grit search and see if maybe we can find it. Really hoping. Dead Boy Spring. No sign of it. So this is where he says, the first spring you come to is what they call Dead Boy Spring. Some people think you're there, but you're not. You have to walk a piece further, maybe half a mile, through a kind of woods trail. There at the site, you're at Hooper Spring, an old logging campsite. And he called it Hooper Spring, which means it's another spring. But I'm not exactly sure. It just says you have to walk a piece further, maybe half a mile, through a kind of woods trail. So woods trail, he already called this a woods trail, or kind of a woods road is what he called this, and a woods trail would be very, very small. But we looked everywhere, there's no sign of a trail. Kind of walked around in a grid square and no trail. Cut this tree down, it's in the way.
pretty much dead end here. So we found a Hooper Spring, which is the site where he was buried, and the site that where Priest Murdoch exorcised, performed the exorcism. But as you see it on the plaque, it's completely gone. You can only see a few words left. I do have a copy of the song or the poem here, so we're going to put it in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to attach it with a screw to the plaque, and hopefully reinstate a little bit of New Brunswick folklore. So this here is the whole article from Wikipedia, which has Wayland's Dungarvon Hooper song on here, which is the entire poem, which is quite long, and that's what used to be on that plaque over there. Plus a little bit of information. So we're gonna leave this here for anyone that passes through and that might not be familiar with this, so they can you know, learn something. Of course. Maybe that's his grave.
Sorry.
Sorry, buds. Just stepped on you. It's airtight, so hopefully that will. Hopefully it won't get ripped out by the first person that comes through here. Maybe now he won't haunt us.
Yeah, we're nice with him.
If you don't hear any hooping tonight, it's because he's nice with us. This one's for you, Ryan. There you go, buds. Rest easy. So we turned around, and now we're on the bypass route. Obviously we found Hooper Springs and the Dead Boy Springs, so that's achieved our objective for today. Now we're just gotta find a good campsite, and it's getting dark. I'm gonna keep right. Whoa. That route to the camp was completely overgrown. There was no pushing through that. So now it's 10 to 7 and the sun's gone down. And so we're just looking for maybe another place to camp that's not as much on a main logging road. So maybe just tucked off into one of the offshoots more. Probably can't see me either right now. I can't really tell. So we set up a camp at a dead end of a logging route. It's a little turnaround point, clear-cut area. Lots of firewood around here, so we got a great big fire going. Gonna drink some beers, eat some dinner, and listen for some whooping. But this morning we woke up, everything's frozen. The sides of the tent frozen on the outside. The butane heaters don't work when it's below 0 Celsius. And so the battery of the drone is not in my pocket, heating up because it wouldn't fly. And it's only like -1. It's not even very cold, but it's just all these things are different from summer camping. It's the first time out this year when it's below 0. Oh, good times. Good morning. It's October 27, day 2 of the Dungarvon Hooper project, which I think is what I'm going to call this video. And we just left our camp, which is approximately 1,000 meters
from Hooper Spring, which is the site where Ryan was, I believe, was buried. We didn't hear any hooping last night, so unfortunately we cannot confirm the myth to be true. So now we're just looking for a way out of here. Bit of a maze. It's going to involve some backtracking, but essentially we have to get back to the Dungarvon Road, and then we're going to follow the river all along. Good spot for lunch. We have a lunch snack here.
You say you don't love me no more. I said not this again, oh no. This will be the last time, I'm sure. You and I will have this argument, oh no. She screams me to my bones. She brings things that were whole. I ain't down for giving up now. If you wanted distance, showing love now. All these pieces that I'm picking up now. Over that nonsense. What was your conscience? What was your mind when you kept it all for me? What about honesty? I wanted all of you, but you had enough of me. You had a different scheme, you had a different move. Missing your company, cause I didn't see it through. Didn't look perfectly, I know I'm guilty too. That's the reason that I found myself forgiving you. Ever since it happened, I've been hidden in the snow. Only coming out to do a show with the crow. Girl, you should've known that I always stay on the move. Oh, 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 yeah.
Don't believe in ghosts. I know you're my ghost. I think you're my ghost. You're mine, mine. Now I'm on my grind, my grind.